Hello, Jason here with the first video from my new YouTube channel, the LED Club. And in this video, I'm going to show you what it takes to put together an LED show like this. That's pretty cool, right? Well, if you want to do that yourself, be sure to click on that subscribe button below because I'll be posting more videos with greater detail on each of these steps. But for the time being, we'll continue our overview with step 1, which is sequencing, combining your music with your lights. Now, you'll be using sequencing software on your computer. The software I like to use is called xLights. Now, xLights lets you load in a picture of your house, and you're just going to lay your models over the top of that picture. And there's several different models here made. You can also make your own custom model if you'd like. I'm going to go with the obligatory tree, and we'll just draw that in. You can resize things, you can move them around. And there's a bunch of different parameters for each type of model that you can change. I'm going to make this tree a half tree. You can also set the number of LEDs for each model that you want to use. We'll go ahead and put a star here on the top of our tree. And there you go. That looks pretty good. And we'll move on to the sequencer. Now, the sequencer is where you're going to start putting together your models and your animation. Now, to do so, you're going to use these patterns that are defined up here. Just grab one and drag it on over to the model that you want to work on. Now, once you got it in place, there's a bunch of different parameters that you can set for these patterns. You can change its color and change how it behaves. I'm going to speed this one up here a little bit, make that a little bit longer. And maybe have that come out from the middle. There we go. That looks pretty good. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and stack different patterns on top of each other. So if I were going to put another layer below there, I could put a nice flat color underneath that animation. Change my colors here. Maybe a nice yellow underneath. And I may want to dim that down a little bit. And there we go. Let's grab a pattern for our tree. Just drag that on over and let it go. And we'll pick some colors for that one. And there we go. It's pretty easy to slap a show together, but for the true artiste, getting that perfect show requires quite a bit of fiddling around. So that's why it's good to start with the sequencing. So it gives you a chance to play around and see if you can come up with a show that you're excited about. But once you do, it's time to move on to the build process. LEDs come in strings of 50, but your models can use any number of LEDs. So you're going to have a bit of cutting and soldering, and you're going to want to replace the connectors that come on the strings with something a lot more weatherproof. You're also going to need the models. Now, there's a lot of models you can buy out on the internet, but it's a lot cheaper to just go ahead and make them yourself. Another thing to consider is how you're going to mount your models onto your house or how you're going to stand them up. One of my hobbies is 3D printing, so I print a lot of my mounting parts, but you can make a trip to the hardware store and probably find what you need there. Lastly, we'll take a look at hardware. This right here is a controller. It translates the sequence information from your computer into signals for the LEDs. Here we have a couple power transformers, and I move my sequences onto an old laptop, and we have a FM transmitter for the music. Then you're going to have to wire everything up. And that's all there is to it. Start with your sequencing. Then you're going to know how many LEDs you're going to need. You can buy those up. Then you're going to start building your models out. Then you're going to grab all the hardware you need, your controller, your power supplies, your FM transmitter, put it all together, test it out, and then mount it up to the side of your house and be the envy of all your neighbors. I'm going to be adding more videos with a lot more detail on each of these steps and videos with other LED projects. So if you love LEDs as much as I do, hit that subscribe button. Any questions? Hit me up in the comments below, and thanks for watching.